Hello there, welcome back to my channel. If you've been before, my name is Annie. Thank you so much for stopping by today. And if this is your first time, I'm so happy to have you here. So when you'll be watching this video, it's going to be Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Sadly, I lost my mom a long time ago. I was a teenager when my mom suddenly passed away, but I always wanted to create a little memorial setup in my garden, and today is the day I'm going to do this, and I'm going to use some very simple items, and one of these items you might know what this is. This is an old wire hanger. I tried to shape it into a heart, but my heart was a bit wonky, a bit deflated. Anyway, husband jumped in and helped me, and his heart is a little bit more of a heart shaped than mine. Okay, so I'm going to incorporate this wire hanger shaped into a heart into my little display with some lovely white simple flowers, as well as this hanging basket. If you've watched some of my previous videos, I am very much into natural elements like this one here, earthly tones, so very simple and timeless pieces. Inside of the basket there is a plastic layer that's been applied, obviously to keep everything in place and retain moisture when I need to water my plants. Okay, I picked this up from B&M, and it is a 12-inch natural hanging basket at the price of £6. So to my little memorial display for my mom, I am going to also add this cute little heart ornament. It is made for outdoor use, and I'm sure you can obviously use it indoors as well. I like the little shape, it's very cute, and the simple one stem rose on here, as well as the lovely little message, always in our hearts. I don't really like the color, it's not appropriate for me, I would say. I'm going to put my own spin on this and change it to suit my style, my liking a little bit better. So I'm going to jump outside. It is a bit nippy and obviously gray. It's not going to be the UK if it's not. I'm going to jump outside, put my coat on, and I will show you the other items I'm going to use today to create this beautiful little memorial for my mom. Right, I have showed you the hanging basket for my display. In this container, I've got some soil mixed with very good compost. In here, I've got some just pebbles to place at the bottom of the soil inside of the hanging basket so that the roots doesn't sit in water. And I also use a liner, which is a gardening liner. It is breathable and also water can go through it. Now in the basket with the plastic liner, there are some holes in the plastic as well, so that's good for drainage. I don't want the roots to sit in water, and that will create a lot of water, obviously, and it will damage, even kill my plants, and obviously I don't want that. Okay, now I went out into the garden. At the back of our garden there's a parking lot, and I picked up some free moss, and very bright green, and it's going to look lovely in my arrangements. The little white flowers I've chosen for my mom's memorial display is these little beauties. Very tiny, beautiful white flowers with a little yellow center. Very delicate, very elegant, and the elegance reminds me of my mom. Okay, and the name of this flower, I hope I'm going to pronounce it well. It's called saxifrage. This is the name of it. Okay, and I showed you the wired hanger that my husband kindly shaped into a good enough heart, I would say. I'm going to use this hanging wire to let me show you, rather, maybe it'll make more sense. I'm going to plant these IVs, I believe they are, yes, IV, and I'm going to use the wire to kind of wrap the IV as they grow into that shaped heart. Okay, that's the idea. So I'm hoping maybe a year from now that ivy would have grown nicely, and as it grows I will shape it around the heart and hopefully then have a full heart of ivy. Right, so what I'm going to do now is bring my basket over, maybe remove the tag as well. I'm going to place the gardening fabric at the base, and I will obviously trim the excess once everything has been laid in here perfectly. At the bottom of my gardener's fabric, I'm going to add my pebbles, just a bit. I'll probably take out the bigger ones and use the smaller ones instead, because I don't want them to take too much space. And I will just lay them flat at the base of my container, like this. Next, I'm going in with my mix of soil and compost, maybe just halfway up for now. I'm going to place my IVs at the back of my arrangement, and I will place this one to the back over here, and same with the second plant, just in a way that as it grows it will go into the heart shape that I will be attempting to create. Next up, I'm going to place my lovely, beautiful white saxifrage flowers. So I'm going to place one on this side, the second one, the third one to the other side, one more at the front, and finally I think 5 in here will suffice. And now I have to fill the gap up with my soil and compost mixture. I'm using this little brush to get rid of all the soil around my container, and then with a pair of scissors I'm going to trim the excess fabric. Next up, I'm going to add the moss. I'm going to add my lovely little heart-shaped hanger to the back where the ivy are growing. So I'm just gonna place it just around here. And as the ivy grows, I will use gardener's wire or something and just clip it to my heart-shaped hanger, and I can't wait to see how it looks a year from today. Time for a drink. Right then, so this is how we're looking. This is the back of the arrangement. And this is the front. I'm going to find a place on our little decking area to display this in memory of my mum. And then I'm going to work on the little heart-shaped decoration here, my little heart-shaped plaque, which I'm going to place in the center of this beautiful arrangement. Let's do some tidy up. I'm going to work on my little heart-shaped ornament. What I'm going to do is I'm going to first of all apply a plastic primer, and then I'm going to let this dry for about 15 to 20 minutes. Then I'm going to come back and apply a white spray paint all over. 20 minutes is up and my primer is fully dry. Next, I'm going to apply the white spray paint. My heart ornament is fully dried. And I am no artist, but I am going to give it a good go. And I also don't have any paint, but one thing I do have is nail polish. I've got plenty of those, and yeah, I'm going to use nail polishes to paint my flower. And the lettering, I'm going to use some gold colors. So let me first of all give my nail polishes a good shake. So I've got some red ones, obviously, for my red rose. I've got 3 shades of greens, which I'm going to kind of layer it a little bit, and a little bit of a brown metallic one just for definition. I'm going to use some very small brushes and a cocktail stick just to kind of get in between the little corners. Now what I'm going to do, I've got a piece of foil paper on my surface here. I'm going to just dispense some of the nail polish, just a little dot of the green one to start with. And work my way through the greens just to kind of give it a little bit more interest, and then I will do the rose with the reds last. Next, I'm going in with the red for the rose. Next, I'm going with a lighter red just to give it a little bit more of a definition. And then a little bit of a lighter green, probably this one, on the leaves. And for this, I'm just going to use a cocktail stick. For the letterings, I'm going to use gold and a little bit of a bronze color as well, just to kind of, again, give it that 3D kind of effect. Again, I'm using a cocktail stick. Lastly, I'm going in with a more of a gold color. Welcome to my little deck where I've set up my beautiful little flower arrangement in memory of my late mom. And this is something that I've decided to put together for this Mother's Day. Now, originally this basket is a hanging basket. I've decided for the moment to remove the chain, so hopefully when the weather is a bit better we can find somewhere to hang it up, but for now it's going to be here in the center of our little table on the deck. Right, the next thing I've decided to add is some lights, and I had a little tea light, battery operated, but the battery is gone. My husband came up with the idea of using these little fairy lights, and obviously this uses battery, and this is the outdoors, so it needs the battery pack needs to be protected from the elements. And I came up with the idea of using one of my beautiful little cut crystal jars. The design is just gorgeous. It comes with a little lid. In this gap here is where you can insert a spoon, but I've decided to incorporate it in here. So I will first of all switch my little fairy light on. It will for sure look better at night, but that's on now. I'm going to insert the battery pack in here like this. I'm going to place the topper just here in the middle of my arrangement with the handle facing downwards, and then I'm going to place the jar just on top of the lid, again upside down. Just like this. The next thing I'm going to add is my beautiful little plaque, which I've spray painted in white, and with some nail polish I've painted this beautiful red rose, the green leaves, and always in our thoughts this cute little message with some gold and bronze nail polish. And I'm just going to place it just here at the front. This concludes my little video for today. If you are still here watching, thank you so much. I do hope you've enjoyed going through with me as I create this beautiful little memorial arrangement for my late mom. And if you are a mom yourself, have a wonderful day. I hope you are spending it doing the things you love, doing the things you enjoy. And if you are someone who has your mom around, you are very blessed. Unfortunately, I didn't get enough time, I feel, with my mom, and that's one thing that really makes me feel a bit sad. Anyway, I will love you and leave you. Take care, be with your mom, and create memories. I will see you some other time. All of my love. Bye for now.